Hi, all. Great to be with you again. Week 3, 2 weeks down, 4 to go. I'm telling you, as I think about you all developing your model and thinking through content that's out there that the Christian world and even secular world are getting about what makes marriage good and um, how do I find life in marriage. I'm excited about having leaders being equipped to be able to evaluate the content that's out there, to understand what elements of it are biblical, what elements of it are more psychological or observational from a humanistic base. And excited to see you all uh, be ready for the position of walking well with families, walking well with couples. Had a couple walk into my office this week. Involved in a church a couple of 100 miles away, and just struggling. Great people, and they just shared, well, my pastor rarely talks about marriage, and when he does, it feels like he's uncomfortable and isn't sure how to walk or what marriage looks like or how it fits in the church, even to talk about marriage. And so they sought me out and came, and again, just a great time walking with them, and I just think of you creating culture where transparency is a part of the community, and we talk through how do you grow individually in your walk with Christ, and then how do you walk out that strength in the context of marriage. So from that principle that healthy individuals are more apt to walk in healthy marriages, or individuals that understand they are loved and enjoyed and safe in the relationship with the Father are more able to then move and love others well and reflect the Father's love for in the context of marriage or family. So we're taking a bit of a turn this week, and want you to read a book called The Sacred Romance. It's been around for a while. You may have already read it, but Brent Curtis, and John Eldredge, I think, have a unique position or perspective on this intimacy that we get to have in walking with the Father. And so I'm asking you this week to the process questions that I wrote aren't the greatest, so I want to review those a little bit and talk about, as you read The Sacred Romance, I want to ask you to process individually. Okay, how does this fit me, Lord? Am I intimate with you? Is there something blocking my sense that I'm loved well, that I can rest in you? And so when it give you license to process in your own life, then as we turn to, okay, how does this thinking about kind of a passionate, intimate walk with Christ fit in your model for marriage, or fit in marriage in general? How do we help people to know the Lord in a way that allows them to experience in their relationship with Christ what we're asked to give to others and give to our spouses? And so process in your own life, look at, okay, how does this information fit with marriage? And then how does it fit within my own model? Will it be a piece of what I offer to others? Again, I believe that you all are moving toward creating a unique experience that is so needed. I daily talk with couples struggling and aren't sure how the church is relevant to help, or how Christians are any Christians walking in health, and how does Christ fit in the context of marriage? So anxious to see the dialogue and the processing that happens around that content. Second thing I want to talk about is Chris wrote a piece, sharing his heart in the general discussion about, boy, you guys have just been under it, and being able to process and free has brought some life and boy, just I just felt honored and excited about walking well with you. And what does that look like for our future? How do we walk well together? At the end of Chris's piece, he talked about that he still feels, even though I'm asking you to develop a model, and many of you are in positions of leadership and will be in positions of leadership. He said he feels like he's still in rough draft mode. And I want to tell you, I read Chris's thoughts right before I went into a meeting this week. I was traveling, and I was invited to be a part of a national publishing group that looked at content and for marriage. And as I sat in this room, I would rather have been in the room with a group of people who believed they were still in rough draft mode. When we start thinking we understand it and we're done and we're to a place of righteousness that we don't have to grow anymore, or that we're trying to get others to that point, it just creates this, I believe, a facade, and robs us of life. And so I know it's not exactly what you were saying, Chris, but enjoy the rough draft mode. Stay alive and fresh and raw, and let the Lord move through you. And I'm excited for the opportunities that people will get to be in dialogue with you, and all of you, and in situations where you're going to see that people are hurting and you're willing to go there and care for them. And it'll be fun to see the Lord give you wisdom and knowledge as you walk with them. So rough draft mode, I know, is rough, but you have so much to offer. Keep moving, keep loving well, and let's keep talking about our relationships with each other. Right, third thing I want to address is the marriage and family again, quest for intimacy. We're going to look at chapter 7 again this week, and love the reviews that you all gave. And it's just interesting how the observation that's found in research, it's right. Movement toward health is only found in Christ. So how do we implement this truth that that has been discovered through research? And for you to know that, I'm excited to see how some of those things might be a part of the education that you offer, or the discussions that you have with couples that are struggling. So this week, take the time. I'm praying that you have, supernaturally, the Lord gives you time to be intimate with Him, to be raw with Him, to develop that sacred romance on a greater level, and believe that He will give you understanding about that connection, that depth that couples are to walk in as they experience that depth with Him. So let yourself process. Be interesting to see how your mind moves to integrate some of the thinking and some of the processing in your own life within your model that you are going to get to help others walk in health. So blessings on you. I'm praying for you. Look forward to dialoguing this week. Talk to you soon.